Joining us on the left is Herman on Izzet Otters. Is it Otters? And on the right, Mono Red Stompy, that would be Ed. Two good players facing off, should be good.
From 1 to 5.
Okay, looks like a multi 6 for Ed. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Turn 1 Blood Moon, not too bad. I don't think the player sat down knowing what the other would be playing. Herman drops a Mountain, a non-basic one, and passes the turn. This might be a tough one for Herman. The 1 ring is in. It resolves. It gets a bird encounter. Herman top decks a basic island. Very good. Storm Chaser's Talent resolves. There's an Otter. Go.
I'm going to keep. I still have to pick what I want.
This is one of the classes from Bloomborough. When it enters, create a 1/1 blue-red Otter with prowess. The 1 ring continues. The Powerglyph wasn't printed on the Chromox, in case anybody missed that. Here's Fable of the Mirror Breaker, a saga. Sagas and classes. Excellent designs. And I'm looking forward to more of each. And just now, this week, we had previewed Saga creatures coming for the first time in Final Fantasy. They look really cool. And I don't know. I'm just really liking all these new enchantment types, like rooms, and they're getting really creative, and I'm really enjoying it. Spluax, thank you for the resub, 2 months.
I'm going to play This Town Ain't Big Enough, targeting Otters style and Blood Moon.
This town ain't big enough. Gonna bounce the talent, bounce Blood Moon. That was huge. That unlocks a whole bunch of mana for Herman right now. Fable and the Mirror Breaker on Chapter 1. The 1 ring with 2 bird encounters. Life total is still high for both players. Storm Chaser's Talent likely going to come back down, I assume.
Draw, cast it.
Prowess 2. Yep, Prowess 2.
Okay, 2 prowess right now. Storm Chaser's Talent comes back down. Another Otter is created. And attacking with the Otter.
Five.
Harry Houdini watching the stream at the airport, waiting for the flight home. Make sure you tell everybody at the terminal or at the gate that you're watching 90s MTG, Harry. You got to spread the word.
Chapter 2. Oh.
Okay, Fable ticks up to Chapter 2. Let's see what Ed wants to do with that. Herman now with 2 basic mountains. The moon's not as good. 2 of them are discarded. One of them human wizard version. Okay, gonna draw 3 now. Gizlo also at the airport watching 90s MTG. You know what? Download some videos for the flight too. It's it's the perfect flying show. Broadside Bombardiers are in. Hey, wait a minute. Scott making a great point here. Do the Saga creatures die after they reach their final chapter? I didn't even think about that yet. Huh. I guess they do. I just did not even think of that.
Nice. You got it. Yep.
That's super weird.
Wrong.
That was what, 9 on 2 and 3?
I don't know much about Final Fantasy, but the cards are looking really cool so far. AZ Potato says I tried to watch 90s MTG at the airport and got tackled by TSA. Yeah. Yeah. They're out to get us.
Yeah, take 6.
This is a big attack coming in here. 2 broadside bombardiers and the Goblin Shaman. Did we forget about the treasure?
Let's try that again.
I didn't give you more than 2 turns.
Okay, Chromox getting sacked. Blow up the other Otter. Passes it back to Herman.
Collective Brutality to rescue.
Storm Chaser's talent. Number 2. Makes another Otter. Technically the third one in this game, but one of them was the same one. We've had the same one twice.
I will reanimate target the troll. I got a 12.
I will name.
And go ahead.
Okay, a Chain Lightning knocks out a Broadside Bombardier. That's progress. Passing the turn. Ed will lose 3 life this time from the One Ring. Fable of the Mirror Breaker will flip over, turn into Reflections of Kiki Jiki.
14.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker survives its final chapter by exiling itself and coming back as a different card.
Nice one.
No longer a saga. The One Ring gets tapped to draw 4 cards now. Ed has those 2 Ancient Tombs. Herman's life total kind of high, has a chump blocker. Reflections of Kikijiki still summoning sick. Ed might be in trouble here despite drawing a lot of cards off the One Ring. All right, attacking with Broadside Bombardiers. Nope, well, hold on.
4 attackers.
8.
So we're now inside of combat. It's not even big enough to bounce DC.
This town ain't big enough. Bounce Broadside Bombardiers and bounce Storm Chaser's talent in beginning of combat. So we're not in the main phase. Next thing we're doing is going to attacks.
I go to 10.
Apparently she's newly eroded to have attacks.
This town ain't big enough, says Armin. If you've been hanging out on stream with us for a while, or you're new around here, and you're, looking for deck ideas, you're all right. The One Ring, not too bad here. Needed a replacement pretty badly. But you're looking for deck ideas to attack this metagame in an effective way. Keep an eye on what Herman is doing. That's my advice to you. That's a Volcanic Fisher coming in tapped.
Rakdos for you.
Collective Brutality. Discard. Reanimate.
That is
Part of the cost.
You're protecting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to duress you and then train you.
Good catch there by Herman. You do not lose life from the Ancient Tomb this turn because you have protection from the One Ring. There's a Chalice on 1. Storm Chaser's talent was bounced. Okay. And a unlicensed first discarded a hand size, it looked like. So Storm Chaser's talent's going to have some trouble getting back down.
So, the last time I did it, it was really a good one, and my opponent was really mad about it. They were like, "You weren't fucking with me."
I think I hear people laughing in the background. Is there something funny about a Magic tournament? Here's a wasteland.
Clue.
First gonna
Draw.
Extra mana in the late game, we could see Herman start leveling up the Storm Chaser's talent, and that's exactly the plan here. It moves up to level 2, returning. This town ain't big enough for the two of us, or whatever it's called, to hand.
It'll cost you. But it always costs you.
Yeah, its mana value is 5 always, so it'll survive a Chalice on 1 for sure. The One Ring has no burden counters on it. Ed was content to just get protection.
Another sword.
We'll see if Ed tries to draw a card off the One Ring this turn. Storm Chaser's talent is level 2. Was able to return. This town ain't big enough to hand. Ed's life total is kind of low. In a deck that has, Chain Lightning and probably Lightning Bolt, and who knows what else. On the other side, Broadside Bombardiers comes back.
Yeah.
What's it coming?
Yep.
No, he goes to the
Broadside Bombardiers, Goblin Shaman attacking. Sack the treasure, kill the Otter. Looks like 4 damage comes into Herman.
I'm just gonna pass to you, so in hand. Actually, I'm just gonna play it.
Yes.
Turn.
Okay, another Volcanic Fissure comes in as a land. Pass the turn. Playing it tapped. So this town ain't big enough. Could bounce the Storm Chaser's talent, but that's not really that exciting. It's ticked up to level 2.
Sergeant. Cool. Yep.
Reflections of Kiki Jiki, a real threat for the next turn. Alright, casting this town ain't big enough. Now, main phase. Bounce the talent. Looks like Herman's trying to set up a Murktide, possibly. Okay, hold on. Still thinking about it.
Cast Murktide. Make it a 6/6.
I was like, I hope with this Hogan Lantern it's also still okay.
I was wondering if they might.
Okay, yeah, for a second there it wasn't enough, but Herman paid the proper cost. 6/6 Murktide comes in. Bombardiers has Menace, which is pretty problematic. Maybe the plan is to bounce Bombardiers. At an opportune time, a Wasteland takes out one of the Sundering Eruption, Volcanic Fissures, Simian Spirit Guide exiled on end step to activate Reflections of Kiki Jiki, copying Broadside Bombardiers, and I think this is where this town ain't big enough is going to get fired off.
Storm Chaser and...
Okay, so Storm Chaser's talent gets bounced, Broadside Bombardiers gets bounced, Reflections of Kiki Jiki's ability is countered for now. No burden counters on the One Ring.
Enters a draw card, any spell that costs 5, I draw. That's to you, yeah.
From the stuff. 27.
Yep.
Okay, Broadside Bombardiers comes back. Attacking.
Try to throw it away. My turn.
So you self-treasure token? Self-treasure token?
Yeah.
Okay, so the One Ring is sacrificed, killing Murktide. It looks like 4 damage comes in. Herman drops to 5. Fury.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Whereas Blue Painter is a lot more.
You just get rid of Mirror Rage a lot more easily.
Forgot how to attack for
Yeah.
both.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know what the copy would have. No, I'm just gonna.
I think the copy does not interact with your deck.
I think the copy does see
I
that.
can bounce Mirror Rage.
Yeah.
The die.
Okay, so Herman's scooping here. Ed a little bit messed up that last turn. Meant to copy Broadside Bombardiers earlier. There was a Fury fired off. I didn't quite hear what the players were saying, but Herman scooped. So game 1 goes to Ed. Two cards going to the bottom. Ed, Herman will be on the play here for game 2. Okay, multi-5, turn 1 ponder for Herman. Had a basic island. I see a Hydroblast in the mix on top of the deck. Could come in handy in this match. Those were definitely sided in. Herman passes the turn. Okay, Shatter Skull comes in tapped. Hydroblast is drawn. Misty Rainforest. Tropical Island. Uh-oh. Tap out, play Grizzly Bears.
Hard caster. Go ahead.
Questing Druid. Very common to see Questing Druid in these Izzet decks in 2025. The Seek the Beast adventure is the real reason the deck remains Izzet, I guess, and then the Questing Druid off adventure is often just a bonus. Only 1 trop usually in these decks. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Getting force. Pitching Urktide. It's countered. Questing Druid gets a counter.
Force negation.
Waste your red source.
Shadow Skull gets blown up. Questing Druid attacks. Hydroblast being held up. Looks like Herman's hand has a Braid, Bolt, Hydroblast. Pretty good hand. Okay, Shadow Skull comes in, pay 3 life. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, trying it again. Hydroblast, trigger the Questing Druid. It's countered. Fighting off some early plays by Ed. Attacking for 3 this time. The Questing Druid continues to grow. This town ain't big enough was the draw for Herman, I believe. Also pretty good here. Fury pitching Blood Moon. Herman thinking about it.
This down bounties.
Okay, gonna bounce Fury and bounce Questing Druid. Interesting. So Fury's back in hand. There's a face-up Fury for Ed now. Murktide the follow-up. Not bad. That's gonna be hard to Fury.
Make it a 7/7.
7/7 Murktide is in.
Go.
Giz a little skeptical of bouncing Fury. We'll see how this plays out. So far, that's looking like a good play. Shadow Skull comes in tapped. Attacking for 7 with the Murktide. Ancient Tomb shut off effectively at this point. Questing Druid comes back. All right. Going to game 3. The maybe unexpected Questing Druid played a big role in that game. This town ain't big enough.
So brainstorm resolved.
Interesting.
Opposition agent still on the That becomes.
Is it counter
The agent still on the stack.
Spotting Herman's hand here has some cantrips, maybe a consign to memory?
Agent resolved.
Ancient Tomb. Chalice. Okay, that changes things.
Now I get to see.
Oh, okay, so Herman has a force, which I did not see.
For any land that you can get with a flooded.
Force pitching Ponder. All right. All right. Fights off the Chalice.
While you're searching your library.
Mechanic Island. Holding a bolt. Holding, I think, a Lorien revealed? And a consign.
So I get a land of.
Trying another Chalice. Consign to memory to counter it. Shadow Skull Smashing was the red land played.
6-6. Go to 12.
Wasteland this time goes after Ancient Tomb. City of Traders to follow up, but just gonna pass. Island Cycling Lorien revealed.
What's up? Oh no.
Basic Island is found. For anyone interested, by the way, I forgot to say, Herman's list is posted in our Discord server. The Izzet Otters deck is posted in the Decklist channel. I believe it's pinned there.
Tundra and island.
If you're in our Discord and looking for lists, go to the Decklist channel and check the pins. That's where you'll find relevant lists from the live streams that we've gathered.
Oh yeah, because one's back in. So
Well, no. So it's in exile. I can play it as a land on my turn.
4 cards in hand for Ed. The basic island gets played. Herman happy to pass. Trying a Chalice on one more time. Okay, might as well fire off that bolt. Chalice is in.
These days, so if you have a way of bouncing it.
I just put them into the deck for.
Murktide Regent. There it is. This card is too good, chat.
And now we're 7 minutes.
Actually, I bought a hand right now.
Plus
I
Tamio.
had to. 'Cause there was
Try to Fury, pitching Fury.
Fury pitching a Fury. Pyroglyph. All right. It costed Ed a lot, but Murktide has been removed from the table. Ouch.
So I look at the top 4 cards, I reveal a non-creature, non-land, and then I look to my hand. Reveal a Braid.
Play the island.
Tap shitty for 2. Play another shitty.
Yep.
Tap that for 2. Try to play a ring.
Going to unmask you.
Ring is good.
Pitching Dark Ritual.
I'll just draw.
Sure.
That was Thunder Trap Trainer. I was looking for the name. I always forget the name of this card. 1 ring is in. This could be the beginning of a comeback here for Ed. Ed needs to get back up to speed on cards. A Braid blows up the Chalice. It's pretty big. Loses a life from the 1 ring. Getting rid of that Murktide costs a lot of resources. Herman's holding a Hydroblast.
There goes the. You're on pass too.
Just one on the side.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker getting Hydroblasted. It's countered.
Plus 2. Dismembered.
Yeah.
So the protection from the 1 ring has worn off now. Attacking with the Otter, that's 1 damage. Looks like this town ain't big enough. Bouncing the 1 ring, bouncing the Otter, and passing the turn. Okay. Chromox. Modal double face card. Thrown away. Chromox is countered. Force pitching. Thunder Trap. Herman fighting it all off. Here's another attempt at a Murktide.
Make it an 8.
8-8 this time. It's going to be tough.
I got a trophy, and I was like, yeah, I have a trophy. And then I logged down like last week, I was gone. Like,
That's hilarious. I didn't.
It drops to 3. Bolt. That is the match. Herman gets it. The Otters. GG's. I don't know if they tested these Otters for 1v1. I don't know if they knew what they were doing when they made Bloomborough. I don't know if I asked for more Otters in Magic the Gathering. But Herman won. Herman won. Yeah. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Yeah, Satel claiming that Murktide might be an Otter. Destank says Otters look too powerful. Who runs the watch list? Yeah, what is even on the watch list right now? Is Bowmaster on there? Is Murktide on there? Is Uro on there? Is Up the Beanstalk on there? Is the Mika spawn on there? It's all so exhausting. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next. Your options will be Death and Taxes versus Dark Depths, or Mardu Aggro versus Breakfast, Cephalid Breakfast, or Dark Depths versus Izzet Otters. You have 1 minute. Get your votes in. Poll happening right now in the chat. Dr. Pepper dropping bagels in the chat. Lots of votes coming in already. Can we get some thumbs up, thumbs down? How are people feeling about Legacy as far as format health? Interpret it however you like. Right now. Today. Post-release of Aether Drift in February 2025. Thumbs up, thumbs down, unsure. How's everybody feeling? Does anybody know what's going on? Do people know what Legacy is? Dr. Prepper says super healthy, best it's been in a long time. Mardu versus Breakfast will be up next. Des Tank contributed 1,000 channel points. Let's do it. Diving in. Diving in.
Nice sleeves. Classic.
Yeah, if it's like depth,
Only thing when you sleeve, you have the triple sleeve.
Do you? Because it's either.
yeah, do it.
right, joining us on the left is Sal on breakfast, just mulligan to 6, and Rainer on the right with Mardu. We've seen these Mardu decks on stream recently. If you've been hanging out in our Discord, you're aware of some of the innovating going on with the Mardu and Orzhov mid-range decks and aggro decks. Brainstorm happening here with Nomads and Core on the table. Did someone just cough?
Alright, let's do it.
Usually when people cough at the NYC locals, I throw them out. They're just like asked to leave immediately, and they're out of there.
Ball out deck box. I'm playing.
It's the immediate removal from the venue.
I'm at 17.
Nuka-Cola.
So Tail says there is a commander card in Final Fantasy for Mardu that might be good for Legacy. I don't know if I saw that one. Here's a Raucous Theater Servo. Albin MTG, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate it.
I'm going to take it. Yep.
Nomads and Core strikes hard, 1 damage.
I'm going to shortcut. That's okay. I'm going to get a struggling. And then try to flash this in.
And if he dies, then he
Target that. Yep.
Okay, Orcish Bowmaster will kill the Nomads and Core, and then it will amass scrubland found by the fetch.
And then any other effects.
I'm going to swing for 6. Go to 14.
Okay, going after Bowmaster with the swords. Using Tundra over Savannah is interesting. There's... What is that card? I don't know what that is, but it's representing the Orc army. What is Rainer using right there? Does anyone recognize that? Terra Herald of Hope. I don't know if I saw that one. I'll have to look it up. Post it in the Discord, please, so I can bring it up on the screen between rounds. If you can. Aviator says, am I a bad guy because I am putting cephalid breakfast together? You know what? You do whatever makes you happy. Right, prismatic ending, removing the Orc army. Okay. Another one getting flashed in. I don't know if I like using prismatic ending on an Orc army there and not... okay, a swords on Bowmaster now. Getting aggressive with these removal spells, I think.
Yeah, so...
There's going to be some regrets when a Johnny's and stuff get slammed. Here's Cabal Therapy.
We're going to name Nadu.
Nadu Winged Wisdom is named, and it goes into the trash. Memory's Journey and Teferi Time Raveler are the other cards in Sal's hand, so we get an idea of what's going on over there.
Starts at 4, goes to 5. What the fuck? I'll play a Bloodline Harvester. ETB. It's a 3/2. It can sacrifice itself to give something minus X, where X is twice the number of blood tokens I have.
Blood Tithe Harvester. I'm not sure if Legacy players know this one. In other formats, this card is very popular, and it makes a blood. I don't remember the last time we saw a blood token on 90s MTG, but I'm very happy to see it. I really like Blood Tithe Harvester. I think it's such an awesome card, and I really like the blood tokens a lot. So Blood Tithe and an Orc army are attacking. Sal will accept the damage.
I'm going to flash back Cabal Therapy, sacrificing my token.
Okay, Cabal Therapy is getting flashback.
Response, I guess. Play this?
Sure. So I'm just going to read that again. Shuffles up to 3 targets. Yeah. Yeah, that was
Target me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Memory's Journey getting cast, shuffling 3 removal spells back into the deck. Okay.
I'm gonna make it fairy. And I get to see what the other card is.
The other card is Nadu, so we kind of reloaded on Nadu's. Cabal Therapy took out Teferi, though. Urza Saga, okay. Likely going to see Nadu come down.
Start by Bowmastering your face.
My face?
Yeah.
Okay, Bowmaster flashed in, hits the face. Ramalita says, hey, Chris, ceviche tonight. Not tonight, but I was inspired by Ramalito and ate some ceviche last week, and it was amazing.
Untap.
Basically, yeah. The thing is, though, like,
That's a Ponder in Sal's hand, in case people don't have that one memorized. A lot of creatures on Rainer's side. Aggro,
this kind of sucks.
Blood Tithe Harvester, Bowmaster, and a 1/1 Orc Army. Plus a Blood Token, which we haven't seen anything done with so far, but Blood Tithe Harvester will be using it if a combo creature comes down, possibly. Here's Obnixilis, the Mind Sculptor.
With the Blood Sculptor. Okay. So I'm gonna sack the token, and then normally it would be more relevant to just 2 copies, but you're tapping out everything. So I'll make 2 copies.
Like a little bit more of a slow roll.
I don't have a copy token, so this will be the second. So the original enters at 3, and then the
Okay, so a copy of Obnixilis, the Adversary, using Casualty. Will be represented by that other token that has just been placed on the table.
if I control a devil, I gain 2 life, which I do. And then you can either discard a card or lose 2 life.
I'm gonna lose 2 life.
Yep. And then I'll take it.
Losing 2 life there from Obnixilis ability.
Modern Magic is too many abilities. So it's,
Urza Saga ticks up to 2. Ponder fired off. There is a Bowmaster on the battlefield. Rainer pointing that out now. I don't think Sal really cares at this point. Trying to figure out how to win this game.
yeah, so hit you for 1, I make another token.
Okay, Rainer's token's a little bit hard to track, but that was an Orc Army just placed on the table. Flooded Strain gets correct here. Sal drops to 6. Running low on life and low on time. Gets a Trop. I think with the 2 copies of Obnixilis, Rainer is presenting lethal, right? Nadu is just not gonna do it.
So I'm gonna uptick both of these, and since you don't have any cards in hand, it's just guaranteed lose 4.
Was undefeated in the Swiss.
Yeah.
Wasn't even sideboard. He's like, I don't
can't
even know how to
discard.
say. He's like,
Right.
whatever.
You have enough to kill me, right?
Yeah, and I just have enough to swing.
Okay, Rainer takes game 1.
Lost first round in the
Up a game.
I'm like, dude, that's fucking impressive. Like,
So some cards that Legacy players maybe do not have memorized. Some of you are still trying to figure out what cards from Strixhaven are good for your Elves deck. But Obnixilis, the Adversary, Blood Tithe Harvester, among a couple of new cards, not really known to the average Legacy player, but looking pretty good in this Mardu deck. Hedge Maze, Surveil.
it's -1.
Savannah dumped into the graveyard. Wasteland fired off, blow up the Hedge Maze. I like that play.
Scrub. Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize fired off. The hand is revealed. Teferi, Thassa's Oracle, Misty Rainforest, Swords Plowshares, Brainstorm, and Nadu. It's possible we might see Raynor go after the bird. Or okay, going after Brainstorm. Make sense? Flood Strand is correct. Maybe going to surveil.
No lands, they trigger 3 times.
There was an opportunity, possibly, for Sal to brainstorm and protect some cards in hand in response to Thoughtseize. Chose not to do that. We'll see how this works out. Decklists Archive, surveil. Char Twin just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Char Twin. Appreciate that. Hello, Char Twin.
A children and children's edict. You can sacrifice a non-token creature. And
Okay, Misty Rainforest gets played. Pass the turn, has swords up. Working on getting a 3rd mana for Teferi and Nadu. That's a Prismatic Vista, and Raynor just passes the turn. Sal will likely be wary of Bone Master, another Misty, and potentially going to try and drop a 3-drop.
draw a card. Untap. Draw. Trigger. Yep. Bowling choice. Play lands.
Okay. Tundra, drop. Will it be Nadu? Will it be Teferi? Who knows?
Yeah, I was risking killing all my lands, but
Well, you had to get rid of the Bristlebrand, because otherwise the game's
Fetch for a basic mount.
I got 1.
I'll shortcut.
I lost it.
Pyroblast.
Yep.
Okay, a Pyroblast counters Teferi. That makes sense.
Play lands.
Anything else? That's nice. Thank you. Friend.
Raynor with some interesting altars, it looks like.
Trigger.
Johnny comes in, makes a cat, Cabal Therapy.
We're gonna name Nadu. Okay. And I'm gonna immediately flash it back, sacking the token, flipping a Johnny. And we're gonna name.
Touching.
I was scared I might have a top deck.
Kill one of the dog lands. They both trigger, so
Breakfast. What is the Oracle? What is the mana cost of the Cephalid? 2. Yeah, I'm scared. I'll take that.
Swarm triggers.
All right, so flashing back the Cabal Therapy to flip a Johnny into a Planeswalker, taking Nomads and Core on the second Cabal Therapy using flashback. Ajani then makes a cat using its loyalty ability. Nakat Avenger. Nakat.
It was
Broadside Bombardiers?
2.
Broadside Bombardiers. It'll swing.
I do have another red permanent now, so he'll do number of creatures I control. 2 to your face.
To be fair, though, you had to get rid of the
Wasteland
one
and
hit now, like you basically go down 2 cards.
it's a, this is a blue one, right? Yeah, I'll take great choice.
Okay, Wasteland hits the Trop. Over the Tundra. Had redundant white sources, so that makes sense. Johnny, Broadside Bombardiers, and a cat token. Sal's at 13 life. Shuko. This Oracle is in hand, which can be a little scary against these breakfast decks. They can play around Graveyard Hate sometimes and beat you with a Thassa's Oracle from hand. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, just you have to. You're trying to kill me before I kill you.
Go to combat?
That's just kind of the gig, you know.
For 4.
Like 10 damage, camel.
Okay, 4 damage comes in. Obnixilis, the adversary. Nope, that's Blood Tithe Harvester. My bad. That's Blood Tithe Harvester. Then deal 4 to your face using a Johnny.
To fling this Blood Type Harvester at your face. So it's 2 plus the mana cost, so it's 4.
Oh, Lake of the Dead.
And then
Yeah. It's from Alliances.
I will rummage, discarding Leyline of the Void.
Okay, discard Leyline of the Void to the blood. Draw a card, pass the turn. Sal's at 1 life. Can't use fetch lands anymore. Sal's going to take a look. Where's the Saga? Had Nadu in hand. Wait, can't you cast Nadu and then Shuko? Oh, but no green. Sorry, no green. Sorry. Never mind. My bad. GG's. Mardu gets it. I thought he had green for a moment there, but there was no green, obviously. My bad, my bad. The Mardu decks, as I said when we started that match, looking pretty good. Looking underestimated. And maybe you should add it to your spreadsheet, is my advice. Which match next? Twitch chat will be voting. Your options will be Death and Taxes versus Dark Depths, or Otters versus Dark Depths. Is it Otter? We saw in round 1 of today's stream. Or Mardu, which we just saw, versus a mono black deck. 1 minute. Get your vote in. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Yeah, the Mardu list is posted in our Discord server in the Decklist channel. It's posted there. Head over to the Decklist channel. It should be pinned. If it's not pinned, ping me in the Decklist channel and I'll pin it. All right, about 30 seconds left on the poll happening now in the chat. If you have not yet joined our Patreon, you can join it for free. Head over to our Patreon. Links are all over the place. And just follow the damn thing. I appreciate it. Okay. Beginning for combat, mill 2, gains flying. Is that good? I don't know. And this was the cactus we were talking about earlier. If you're watching this later on YouTube, in the beginning of the stream, before the part that you get to see, we were talking about the cactus. This is what we were talking about. This card is interesting. Death and Taxes versus Dark Depths will be next, though. Let's do it. Diving in.
You're good. Cool. That's good. Give me a shot. Yep. Cool. Good luck.
Hey, good luck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good to see you.
Okay, Rocket 90s MTG t-shirt. On the left is Roland with Death and Taxes, and on the right we have Adam with Dark Depths. This should be good. Should be a grind fest. Yorion revealed top center of your screen. We have a companion once upon a time to start the match. Great way to start a match.
You have to go out to the radioactive wasteland and procure it yourself.
There's Lush Portico. Surveil Land.
The slush portico. Sounds good. Surveil. Keep it on top. Pass turn.
doing the taxing, blowing up Lush Portico to start the game. Hype Train Conductor Gizla wondering who is Sir Vale. Yeah. Basic planes to follow up. Prismatic Vista cracked here by Roland.
Play Ether Bomb. And I'm done after that.
Okay, Roland announces an Aether Vial and then passing the turn. There it is.
Thespian stage.
Kerpt, thank you for the resub of Prime. 2 months. Appreciate that. Kissmy says Roland pretty garboard alert to the max. Yeah. Vial gets 1 charge counter. Thespian stage to play for Adam.
Pass.
Okay, untap, upkeep, drop.
Yep.
Play Izzet.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Maze of If, okay. Aether Vial goes up to 2 charge counters now. Did Roland miss a land drop? Possibly. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I just lost track. I don't know. Dahlia, okay.
Alright, pass.
Untap, upkeep, drop.
Yep.
Play Echoing Deeps. When it comes into play, I will have it enter as a copy of Lush Portico.
Okay.
I believe you get the Surveil trigger.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got a judge.
Because the ETB will come in as that, and then yep.
That happens like before it actually enters.
Yeah. So you get the surveil.
Okay, lovely.
Okay, Echoing Deeps. You hear my back voice in the background explaining. Enters as a copy of Lush Portico, so we do get to surveil. Players double checking that.
Pass turn after that.
EOT.
Yep.
Always good to check this stuff, by the way. Stoneforge Mystic gets vialed in. Roland, kind of a veteran competitive player, especially in Eternal formats. It's I guess not your responsibility to tell your opponent how their cards work. In a competitive event, it's probably better to just say, I don't know, even if you know the answer. This is not a competitive event, but still worth it to just check if you're unsure. All right, Culture Complete is found and put in hand by Stoneforge. Culture Complete hits pretty hard, but Maze of Ith might be a problem. Vial's going to tick up to 3. Yeah, you can tell your opponent to call a judge if they don't know how something works.
Is it cancer free? That's why I don't want to draw the extra.
Occasionally in like the later rounds of a competitive event, especially if I'm playing against a stranger, someone will be like, you know, do I get to surveil? We just heard me in the background tell these players the answer, but do I get to surveil? I'll be like, I don't know. That's your problem.
3, 20.
All right, Culture Complete comes in.
Yeah, how many cards?
Phyrexian Germ equipped with Culture Complete. Likely going to be held off by Maze of Ith for now, it looks like. But maybe Dahlia can deal some damage. Vial's on 3. It's getting activated. What could be coming in right now? Magus. Okay. Ouch. That hurts.
Yeah, 7. Got it. Get it. 1, 2, 3. Broadside attack.
I didn't realize Roland had the red cards. That Magus and the Moon hurt.
So this deal 4.
There's something extra just mean about vialing it in. Having played goblins a bunch, Magus of the Moon coming in out of the sideboard sometimes and activating Vial, and just players completely unaware of what could be coming say, okay. And I drop the Magus in, and their mood changes.
Ah, yes.
Swords to Plowshares, targeting the Magus, it looks like, but do have to pay an additional one. All right, takes out the Magus. It did deal some damage, though. Yeah, if you do play a Dark Depths after a moon is on the board, it enters with 0 counters, which could be a problem. Okay, just Elvish Reclaimer gets played. The Echoing Deeps up top is a copy of Lush Portico, by the way.
I'll leave that at 3. Neutral.
So Vial remains on 3 counters. The Phyrexian Germ will now be held off by Maze of Ith once again. The Elvish Reclaimer on defense complicates things. It's still summoning sick right now. If it unlocks... Okay, Roland forgetting to pay an extra 1 for the swords, but Elvish Reclaimer is eliminated. Vial...
16.
Broadside Bombardiers this time. This Vial on 3 has been scary so far. We're attacking with everybody.
Has 1 damage on it.
Sack College complete. Very scary.
I will maze the counter. 2+3. Sure.
Okay, Phyrexian Germ gets mazed. Looks like 5 damage comes in. Drops Adam to 9. And then a lethal sack of Cauldron complete. Akalith liking the situation. Game 1 goes to Roland.
Too low.
Yeah.
You know.
I got to play that, and I think that was... But I think I had more fun playing Vintage, so...
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
You're gonna play?
Good luck. Yeah.
Good luck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Spluax with a great question. How does Dark Depths interact with the moon effects? Yeah, so Dark Depths enters with 0 counters on it. And if the moons go away, you get a Marit Lage immediately. Here's a forest for Adam.
And we'll Green Suns for 0.
Green Sun, Zenith, X is 0. Looking for Dryad Arbor here. And Wizards of the Coast, if you're listening, this is coming from the entire Legacy community, including the people that are hysterical about Universes Beyond and new kinds of borders. We need more green zeros. You should see what these people read on Reddit, chat. These people are out of their minds.
That's fine. 9. Sacrifice turn on permanent.
All right, Roland facing some ramp on the other side here. Prismatic Vista gets cracked. Gets a basic plains. We're going to bolt the bird. Nope, Grafdigger's Cage. All right. All right.
And then I will pass it to that.
Untap. Upkeep. Drop.
Okay.
Why Grafdigger's Cage? It shuts off Green Sun Zenith. Thespian Stage. Sylvan Safekeeper, okay.
11 to what's his name? 12.
Okay, then an Elvish Reclaimer to follow up.
Sure.
Okay, and I'll pass turn after that.
hope it's a smoke pleasure and it's also still okay.
Sylvan Safekeeper, a major pain in the butt. It's going to be hard to remove these creatures with 3 lands on Adam's side right now.
I'm just looking at the Oracle text on Graph Digger's Cage.
Yeah, he's just gonna enter the features and spells.
Yeah, you cannot find Dryad Arbor with this Reclaimer. It is a creature, and it would be entering from the library. Other lands are good, though. Graph Digger's Cage does not stop lands. Yeah, Gizlo, the High Train Conductor, calling for a ticket to be submitted to the DCI here. Dryad Arbor is in the wrong row. It should be in the creature row. Voodoo saying that's an infraction. Twitch chat losing their minds. Okay, luckily for the incoming infraction here, Dryad Arbor gets blown up by Wasteland. Adam will be given a little bit less of a fine.
Combat attack flicker the staff. Take 2, 27.
Now, with Sylvan Safekeeper on the board, and just a few lands on Adam's side now, just 2, you do end up in these situations where removal spells become, do you want to get Stone Rained, or do you want to lose a creature? And that's where things can get a little interesting.
Going to attempt his swords, targeting.
Okay, Roland's going to present that exact choice here for Adam. Do you want to sack a land or you want to lose a creature? Sylvan Safekeeper will be the target. Attack Thespian Stage for a colorless, sack it to the Safekeeper to give it Shroud. So now Adam down to 1 land, plays a Windswept Heath. Attack for 2.
And I will pass turn after that.
Windswept Heath could have sacked to boost the Reclaimer. It looks like that's going to be the move here.
Okay. And now I'll resolve the fetch land.
Yeah, that's fine. This is during combat.
Yep.
Again 9. You got
Okay, basic planes is selected by Windswept Heath. And then Adam will pass the turn back to Roland. Just has that Graph Digger's Cage. Removal spells still will be pretty good here. They just might not result in removal of the creatures. Plateau is the play. We know Roland has red cards now. Mother of Runes.
Swords the mom.
All right, Roland has no Safekeeper. Mother of Runes exiled by a Swords to Plowshares.
Full stage.
Sure.
Move to combat.
Both players showing off some nice collections here. I like Adam's Unglued Lands, Swords to Plowshares from Ice Age, bunch of retro frame cards. And I like the Sylvan Safekeeper with the Judgment logo in the text box, the set symbol. I like those set symbol in the text box cards quite a bit. I believe that version's from Modern Horizons 3.
Yeah.
But wasn't the Shroud mechanic such a mistake?
Well, now we begin trying to get you down.
Just saying.
Well, I'm
Just feel like they didn't think that one through. Voodoo says it was. One person agrees.
play a plateau.
I mean, which mechanic is worse, Shroud or Companion? Deems are asking the right question. Why'd they think it was okay to ever print any mechanic? Yeah, like, stop with the mechanics already. It's just like, it's not working. Next land hits Thespian stage. In response, a crop rotation sacrificing it. Okay.
Our depths.
Yep.
Can counter cast cultist.
Sure.
Gizlo, the High Train Conductor, screaming into the chat, keep your mechanics out of my play patterns, please. Yeah, you know what? I agree.
Sure.
Flagstones of Trocaire is found. It combines pretty nicely with both Reclaimer and the Safekeeper.
Untap.
Yep.
Upkeep. Drop.
Stuff.
Well, almost. I think coming back from that, I think it's impressive.
Yeah.
I thought
Adam giving it a think right now. The Flagstones of Trocaire provides quite a bit of protection. Okay, once upon a time getting hardcast. Voodoo says, Chris, how do you think player Oregon feels about the Final Fantasy sneak previews? We have not yet heard from the player Oregon about Final Fantasy's previews. Keep an eye on the YouTube comments section for that.
do what we can.
Echoing Deeps is found with Once Upon a Time. Some interesting choices in the graveyard. Thespian Stage, Windswept Heath, Dryad Arbor.
The decks against which you want that effect, usually you don't care that it's countered.
Echoing Deeps enter as a copy of Thespian Stage.
Sure.
Okay. It will enter as a copy of Thespian Stage, except it's a cave in addition to its other types. Don't forget.
I'll pass turn after that.
Okay, passing the turn. It's looking not too bad for Adam right now. Adam just has a 1 card in hand, but Reclaimer next turn could look for the Dark Depths. And Sylvan Safekeeper will protect Merit Ledge quite well. AJ Potato wondering what's in Roland's hand. My guess is Roland has removal, but not a lot to do with it right now. That's my guess. Or Roland needs another land, which may be about to happen. Okay, so 3rd land. Roland aware of the danger. Phyrexian Revoke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name Sylvan Safekeeper.
Okay. In response to, can I respond to naming it?
So you can't respond to naming it after it's resolved because it's like
got it.
it's as it enters.
Got
So the window would have been like while it's on the stack.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know which one. So
Got it. Cool.
Okay. One of these awkward moments that comes up here. This is a regular REL event, not competitive. But Phyrexian Revoker came in. Replaying it in my head right now. I'm not sure what Adam said to acknowledge that it resolves, but Roland named Sylvan Safekeeper. Adam said, oh, wait, can I respond to you naming? And the answer is no. Roland is right. Safekeeper is disabled right now, which is pretty good for Roland. Revoker, one of those cards, really nice to violin.
Pass turn after that.
Okay, Yavimaya was the play for Adam, who now will have to be careful with making a Merit Lage here because Sylvan Safekeeper is shut off. I don't believe Revoker is main deck. Merch links are all over the place. Pick up a 90s MTGT. Look at Roland's shirt. It looks so nice. Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah, results. I have to get better about like being like.
Yeah, no worries. Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right. Recruiter's going to search. Adam may be kicking himself for not responding to the Revoker a bit here, but that's how it goes. You do have to be careful with that stuff. Solitude is found. Solitude is removal.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker, not a card we see much in Legacy these days, but every once in a while, like right now, you see it, and it still does the job.
Okay,
A lot of Legacy decks have moved to the Flute or the Pithing Needle, etc. But there was a time when Phyrexian Revoker was kind of the default. Okay, Flagstones of Joker is sacrificed. Mana tap maybe weirdly here. One of the things, you know, I've been playing Green Sun Zenith decks for the past couple of months, and one of the things with these decks is like there's not a lot of room for error. Savannah and Dark Depths are found, and tapping your lands carefully is something you really have to pay attention to. Okay. Dark Depths is on the table. Don't forget Echoing Deeps, which is up here, is a copy of Thespian Stage. So we have a Thespian Stage on the battlefield.
I'm going to put this with the depth so he knows it's a stage. I should get dry erase things.
Sure.
Ghost Quarter was the play. Adam reminding everyone that the Echoing Deeps is a Thespian Stage and that he should get some dry erase things.
Yeah. Okay. Out of green and the white. Except prismatic ending the Revoker.
Okay, prismatic ending targeting the Revoker. This could be trouble for Roland.
So, alright, that.
Uh-oh.
Now your fetch trigger resolves. Now I get to in the same hand.
Revoker eliminated. Well, Sylvan Safekeeper is back and better than ever.
So I can seal.
Sorry, so I'm gonna tap Dark Depths and Yavi Maya to copy Dark Depths Thespian Stage Legend Roll. Make this
Okay, gonna make a Merit Lage now, playing around Wasteland. There it is. Rolling on taps. Removal spells are not gonna do it. Adam takes game 2.
I'll take the play on the next one.
Yep.
Roland quick to announce, I will be on the play. Roland's ready for game 3. Let's go.
On my answer to do, because then I can't bounce it. You never want to do it again.
Keep it on this.
What you pick up Wasteland?
Yeah, or like sword.
Someone just coughed. Prismatic Vista. Nope. Thinking. Marsh Flats. All right. Roland maybe setting up a Surveil land here.
You want, you can do it when I attack, so go off or whatever.
Blue X has just learned recently how far different depths and lands are. Yeah, the archetypes use some similar cards. The Dark Depths focus decks and lands decks do have a lot of cards. Different, though, and play quite differently.
I'm playing it like as if you were any person. After the fact, we can learn. Like, you only forget this one. And the third time I called it out.
Okay, Mox Diamond discarded a Wasteland and Dryad Arbor. You can change your land drop in competitive events, yeah. Elegant Parlor, Serval. We saw that one coming. Voodoo says, shout out to Tabernacle, the best card ever printed. Yeah, it's the glue that holds Legacy together. We couldn't possibly get rid of it.
Well, the thing is, like, once it leaves the box, whenever
Okay, Recruiter dumped it to the graveyard.
it's removed from the game, it doesn't matter. But it does count as going into exile, and then in exile it just seems to
Aviator says, I just won a game with it in Mycosynth Lattice like 10 minutes ago. That's just me.
I think the unmask was a
Prismatic Vista gets cracked here by Roland.
You have this, the Valgabot. You had that Valgabot, underground like Warborn, and
Okay, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben has been announced.
one of the
Serious question to the YouTube comments and to the Twitch chat. If they made like a power creeped Tabernacle that just made Tabernacle a Pendrel Veil unplayable. Let's say it taps for a mana or whatever. Would you be upset or would you be happy?
At that point, right? So this is my hand, right? This is the graveyard. I think I have like 10. Doesn't matter. And then I have. Oh, therapy thoughts, right? This is my hand.
Knight of the Reliquary.
So at this point, you did one.
Okay. Dahlia, Knight of the Reliquary, both decks kind of showing off their, you know, if they sold these decks in the store, these would be the cards that would be on the face of the box. Knight gets taken out, Dahlia attacks. Stoneforge Mystic. Roland's gonna look through the deck. Find College Complete once again. Game 3 starting off nicely for Roland.
Whereas, if you do that, and then you just have the cultist in hand. But if you unmask Bounty Void Walker, and you take my thoughts or my therapy, then I thought you for the cultist. And now you have one less cost.
Was there a missed extra cost on swords? I missed it. I wasn't really watching that carefully, but it's possible it was missed. You know, forget the rules. That's on both players in my mind. Both people have to keep track of that.
And then you have Reanimator. No, for sure. It's a back
I know it's a little silly for me to say forget the rules, but no matter what it says in the official Magic the Gathering Judge Rulebook, Judge Handbook, both players have to remember that Swords to Plowshares cost 2.
Because I feel like the Yanmas doesn't work.
Play tap.
Okay, Basic Mountain is found by the Path to Exile.
You know that I have all this back for him.
Voodoo saying so many infractions today. Age of Potato says, how does Thalia work with Eye of Ugin? I'm not really sure what you mean.
And then I will waste your the surveillance, the parlors.
Okay, Elegant Parlor blown up by Wasteland. Adam does not have all the surveillance memorized.
I mean, it's hard to cycle. I brought in like.
Yeah, you know, people ask in the Discord pretty often tips for like how to like up their game as a legacy player or whatever. Tip of the day: don't let your opponent have a one-sided Dahlia.
The hand that I shipped, I think had like Containment Priest, Dahlia.
I'm not even making a joke. I'm being for real.
Something, and I have to ship that. Oh yeah, because it goes. You gotta have to play.
Gotta watch that stuff carefully.
I needed the hand with this.
People do make mistakes.
I'm saying short. I think like you definitely could have won.
Maybe I'm a victim blamer. Stoneforge Mystic once again.
Powerful enough that you need to play. But ultimately, it's gonna take me a while to kill you. But you just need a good top deck.
I meant just for the sake of
Oh, as far as the reduced cost from Ayavugan? Yeah, Twitch chat explaining that well. I didn't know what they were talking about as far as Ayavugan. It's a net -1 cost, as Ackliff points out. I was thinking, like, what does Ayavugan have to do with Dahlia? I get it now. Okay, I believe that was Umizawa's Jitte. Yep, that is what it is. Camera got bumped a little bit there.
But also I can plus, so if you do the thing again where you put a lot of things in play, I just cataclysm you, so you have to sacrifice all but one, and then I can keep drop.
Yep.
So rolling with a Stoneforge, rolling with a Dahlia. Adam with not much going on other than Dryad Arbor, which is in the wrong row. Yorion sits in exile, or the companion zone, or whatever.
I'll crack the
Wimtep Heath is cracked.
green sun for Dahlia's in play.
Oh, yes, for play, so it'd be only for 2.
Oh, God.
No green sun?
I will green suns for 2.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so a Green Suns for 2 is happening. For a moment there, Adam thought he was going to get a 3, but Dahlia taxes it. So would need 5 total mana for that. Elvish Reclaimer is found. A little awkward.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you really want it. No, I'm not going to give you anything.
Kissmy with a great question. Is Ketramos in addition to Death and Taxes? I think that's to be determined. Ketramos is seeing some legacy play for sure. Will it stick around? I don't know. I saw recently that some modern players seems to think it's really high power level in modern. Potentially problematic for modern. I haven't followed modern very closely recently, but that's interesting to hear. I'm unclear how Ketramos will affect legacy for the long term. Akalith saying what my instinct is on this. It doesn't really fit into Death and Taxes, but you know, the Death and Taxes decks over the years tend to change based on the metagame, change based on powerful new cards entering. Like Overlord of the Belmerk was not a card that I immediately thought like, wow, that would slip right into Death and Taxes when I first saw it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. At least not for me. There's Cauldron Complete. Card is good.
For 5? Take 5, yeah.
Second main.
Yep.
And I'll miss.
Okay, Magus of the Moon comes in. That doesn't badly affect Adam too much right now. Dark Depths gets played with 0 counters on it. Uh-oh. This is where it gets a little scary for Roland.
Yeah.
Dark Depths with 0 ice counters on it. A Blood Moon effect covering everything right now.
Does it have lifelink?
It does not. No. The first strike.
Yeah, Cauldron Complete does not have lifelink.
God, I think I'm confusing it with Batter Skull.
Yeah, lifelink would be a better skull. Also, vigilance for better skull.
Ooh, Broadside Bombardiers is really good here. All right, Adam extends the hand, seeing the play of Sack Cauldron Complete. That is the game. That is the match. Roland gets it. GG's. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a battle. Discord up on your screen. Let's see what's going on with this poll. What are these people playing? All right, Cube and Modern crushing the poll. Pre-Modern creeping up. All right, go vote in the poll if you're in the Discord. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Polls happening all over the place. Which match next? Your options will be. Is it Otters versus Mono Black? Is it Otters versus Dark Depths? Mardu Aggro versus Mono Black? Or Reanimator versus Rakdos Aggro? 1 minute. Yeah, Talon Gates would not work with a moon on the table. Is it a deck with Otters? It is a deck with Otters, and it is a. I think it's tier 1. Some people are saying it's tier 1. Yeah. We'll see. All right, votes are coming in the chat. 30 seconds. I'm going to vote on this one. What do I want? What do I want? I don't even know. I like when the chat just chooses for me because I don't want to think about it. Part of the reason Twitch chat votes is because I don't want to decide. Almost out of time. People are putting channel points into this one. Close vote. All right. In contributed 4,200 channel points. Specchio says the poll is rigged. Mardu versus Mono Black will be next. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's set this up. Diving into it.
The only kind of 12 they have.
Feeling good about that one.
Yeah, listen. My dice betray me.
Okay, Steven on the left with Mono Black. Rainer on the right once again with Mardu. We saw Rainer on stream earlier today. We've seen Steven playing this Mono Black deck on stream recently. Let's see how this goes.
Store 20-sided store?
7? I remember 27.
Yeah, I got these from that like a long time ago.
Are they still open? I'm going to keep.
Okay, they're still open. Come on.
Okay, sounds like Rainer is on the play. Both players kept 7. Ball therapy.
Yeah.
Go to 18? Yeah.
I'm going to name Force Will.
Okay, so we were joking about this afterwards. I don't think Rainer had played against Steven before, and naming Force of Will against Steven is kind of funny. Steven always just plays Mono Black. But the hand is revealed. Animate Dead, Entomb, Dark Ritual, Collective Brutality, another Dark Ritual, and a Grave Titan. Here's Dark Ritual number 1. Entomb. And we have a lots of people in our New York City Legacy community who, you know, sporadically come to events or are consistently at events. And all right, Gristlebrand was entombed. And occasionally on stream we get 2 players that have never played against each other, which is kind of cool. All right, so Now 4 black mana, Collective Brutality.
A Grave Titan? Yeah. So I'm going to drain you and duress you.
Okay, so Grave Titan is discarded. Drain and Duress. Rainer's going to scoop it up. We're moving on to game 2.
Short one for the stream.
Steven up to the usual. Shred your hand. Reanimate some ridiculous creature. Mono black. Doing mono black stuff. If you're looking to get sinkholed and poxed and mind twisted, even though the card is banned, you play some games against Steven. All right, double leyline to start the game. Okay. Rainer comes prepared for game 2. Arid Mesa, not going to be naming Cabal, Force of Will with Cabal Therapy again, if that happens.
Or a equipment and put into I'm going to grab Culver Complete.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, passing the turn. And we're going to surveil and end step with a Elegant Parlor, I guess, or Raucous Theater.
Shadowy Backstreet.
Yeah, that just dies.
Getting better with those.
That's fine.
It's a question for the stream. Chris can quiz the chat.
Yeah, right?
All right, Shadowy Backstreet, surveil, and the player is joking that will the chat even know what this land is called? Quick, chat, what's the red-green surveil land called? Does anybody know? Whoever gets it first wins. All right, Akalith gets it. You know what? Akalith knows all the answers. We should just mute Akalith from the chat. Just knows all the answers. They know it all.
So they have the germ. It'll come in. It's like batters. Oh, there you
Living weapon.
go.
Yeah, timeout for trivia. All right, here's a Johnny Nakat Pariah.
End of turn. Yep. Cycle troll. Yep.
Troll of Khazad-dûm, swamp cycled here.
Does he come in as a
Swamp.
Yep. So a germ. It'll be a germ 0/0 token, and it'll be automatically equipped to the that. So again, +5/+5.
and he has haste as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Johnny made a cat. Swamp cycled Troll of Khazad-dûm. Is Troll of Khazad-dûm on the watch list, chat? Does anybody know? Can someone check? What tier is it? Swamp cycling play patterns. Oh boy. Alright, I got exiled by the ley line.
Or 8. No, 7.
Definitely gonna play.
Sorry,
Yeah, I have to think.
No, you fetch as well, right?
I'm at 19.
You're at 19. I fetched down to.
Do we have anybody watching who's genuinely super excited about Final Fantasy? Card's looking really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So they lost and then the next one.
I never got into Final Fantasy. I played like one of the games as a kid. I don't even know what number it was, but it looked like a Game Boy game. Graphics were primitive.
Ritual.
Yep.
I'm going to.
Is it a surveillance? Yeah.
Collective Brutality.
Yeah.
Chain.
I've already seen it. I'll leave it there.
Okay, sure.
That's a waste.
That is a waste.
Second Brutality.
Gonna get off your hand.
Those are all exiled.
Back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to -2/-2 to Johnny, and then duress you.
Yep.
Okay, so Collective Brutality, escalated, discarding a copy. Gonna kill a Johnny, and nothing to take from hand with the duress portion of Collective Brutality. Bullmaster, Amped Raptor, and Marsh Flats revealed. Broadside Bombardiers. Reanimated out of Rainer's graveyard. and then passing the turn. So Leyline of the Void only covers one graveyard, so Steven could start reanimating stuff out of Rainer's graveyard. Amped Raptor comes in, reveals a source to Plowshares, not too bad. Broadside Bombardiers gets hit.
Gain 2, and I have 1 energy.
And Rainer will have 1 energy left over. Oh boy, there's a Pokemon card. Ugh.
17.
Yeah, and I'll take out for that.
Go ahead.
Really? The fire energy?
That's enough play.
These people.
We'll get a turn token. And so 5/5 first strike, indestructible.
That's a weird looking energy card, isn't it? Do the energy cards look like that now? Is there a new border in Pokemon? You know, us, I don't know about Pokemon players, but Magic players, we get really upset about borders.
Yeah.
Lake.
Lake of the Dead, let's go.
It does not know.
Got it. So it's like
6.
so it makes sense. Okay.
And Arcane Troll.
Yeah.
Troll of Khazad-dûm comes in. Rainer's going to fetch on end step. Tolerarex says original Pokemon border only.
Raucous Theater. Oh,
It wouldn't make sense to say Rakdos Theater, would it?
they probably either already have a Rakdos Theater or they're saving it.
All right, Steven guessed Rakdos Theater. Pretty close. Raucous Theater is the Black-Red Surveilland. Got the text for Lake of the Dead up on the screen.
It has to be underground mortuary.
Right, exactly.
Although underground sewers, they didn't have a problem with it, you know?
Yeah. What's happening? Yep. I'll say go.
Kaya with a great question. Is there a pre-modern Pokemon format? Probably. I would assume so. I think I've seen that before. There's people playing like throwback Pokemon. One of the interesting things about Pokemon that I find so fascinating is that a lot of people collect the cards but have never played the game. Here's Harvester of Misery.
It's everything, right?
Yeah.
It's other creatures.
Everything but itself. Yeah. So my troll would get. Yeah, that works.
Okay, so wipes out a bunch of Rainer's creatures with Harvester of Misery. That's a nasty one. Troll of Khazad-dûm will attack. It gets bolted and dies. And Galvanic Discharge to kill the Harvester. All right, so Rainer fought all those nasty creatures off. Now with a Bowmaster in hand, plays a Prismatic Vista and passes the turn. Lotus Petal for Steven. Bowmaster gets flashed in. That Harvester unlocked a kill of the Troll with a Lightning Bolt, and Rainer took that opportunity. Well played by Rainer. Prismatic Vista gets correct here.
I'll get a basic points.
No, the other person. I think the other person. I'm pretty sure. I remember
Basic Plains found by Rainer. We've had so many full art basics over the last couple of years. These Theros Beyond Death Nyx basics are up there for me. Wasteland took out the Lake of the Dead. That was huge. Bowmaster number 2. Orc Army grows.
Oh, and then 10.
This brew and
Yes. Swamp. We're in business. Go ahead.
Okay. Steven says we're in business, but not really. Getting attacked for 4 drops to 6. Okay, Steven running out of time.
4. Johnny.
Yeah, that probably seals it here. Johnny Neckot Pride again, so that gets the scoop from Steven. Going to game 3.
Yeah, the big fatties.
Yeah, well.
You helped me.
I did my best.
Yeah. You minus you. Very easy. Sure, easier wasn't it?
got the flag stones when you attempted to bolt it? Was it just
This only ETBs that affect.
Correct. Only ETB. But it's a 3-1 fly.
Okay.
All right, Steven Snap keeps 7. Getting ready for game 3.
Yeah.
All right, Rainer says no. Come on, Rainer. Keep. Now we got to freaking wait here.
Yeah. Just too scared of you. Just too scared of you. I mean, you probably don't remember this. We played a couple months ago on Bifrost.
Shuffle faster.
Like, terrifying. It was a quick 2 games, and you just, that happens. So trauma response. Yeah, that happened earlier today.
A chainsaw. So ETB, it's an equipment that enters the battlefield with a will.
All right, Rainer taking a look at another hand.
I'm so tempted to keep it.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
It's
But we'll do it for the stream.
All right, Rainer says we'll do it for the stream. 1 card on the bottom. Double ley line again. So Rainer kept 6, Steven kept 7. Double ley line of the void. Thoughtseize, good start. Thoughtseize, Bowmaster, or Johnny?
All right.
I figured I had time last game, more than I thought I would. But yeah, now you know. We're knocking the top of the deck.
No land. Johnny is selected, goes away.
18.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Your turn. Once upon a time.
Oh. All right. Finds a land on top of the deck. Marsh Flats. Going to crack it.
We need another roll in anyways, so we'll get a basic swamp. Shortcut basic swamp? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, basic swamp. Thoughtseize Steven. Animate Dead, Archon of Cruelty, Double Swamp, and Feed the Swarm.
Ley line would have been okay. 2.
I'm bottom 1 from the mulligan. This is 3 ley lines.
Oh.
And I was like, no, it's.
Okay, Rainer pointing out that the hand had 3 ley lines, put 1 on the bottom. Animate Dead is a great choice here. It goes into the exile zone. Not even the trash. Exile. Get it out of here. Basic swamp. Steven's in trouble. Even though Rainer doesn't have land. Cabal Therapy. Names Feed the Swarm, leaves Archon in hand. The other card in hand is, ooh, what is that?
Token architect control becomes a copy of that exact creature except whenever it deals combat to a player.
What's that other card in Steven's hand? I don't recognize that one. Is it Bitter Triumph? Thoughtseize.
That's interesting. We'll take the Bitter Triumph.
So the trigger is still on the stack.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, chat. That was Bitter Triumph. It was selected, and it goes into exile. Troll of Khazad-dûm and Archon of Cruelty remain in Steven's hand. Kind of a goofy game 3 so far. Rainer needs land. Steven needs lower mana value stuff.
So, I guess the
That land, splash up land.
because this is a copy,
Thinking for 1.
it doesn't enter the battlefield, so that should be.
So does it immediately come back?
Sacking the token.
Does it immediately come back?
Okay, so playing Orcish Bowmaster. The Orc army will be sacked to flashback Cabal Therapy. Troll of Khazad-dûm is named.
I mean, that's fine. Because, I mean, it's all public info. I just obviously wouldn't name Troll.
All right, because in order
Oh, definitely. So this is exile.
Okay, my bad. So swamp cycling is happening in response to Cabal Therapy. The land found was accidentally not revealed, but I think we're about to see it.
And now I attack with
You know the swamp.
Yeah. And then any other effects were.
Yeah, I didn't want to penalize you for
I'll still name the Archon, I guess.
showing me the Spell Piercer.
Okay, so Archon of Cruelty is named. Turok Dreadcanner is the other card in hand. That is not too bad.
I did have another.
So what is
I had another way to deal. Oh, I could have stifled
All right, so Turok Dread Canter could be a problem here for Raynor. Collective Brutality targeting the Bowmaster. Turok should only have one counter on it. Akalith is correct. Both players are missing that. That could be a critical error here. Only one card was discarded. Yeah, player's not noticing it.
So exiles a target creature, and then Otter gets swing. Yep.
That could have mattered here.
Hard, but I don't think it was a great idea. I guess. What were you trying?
I'm going to flash in an opposition agent.
Yep.
Get Dark Ritual or
Dark Ritual or Shieldred's Edict. Shieldred's Edict will be selected. Raynor drops to 1.
It sounds alright.
Because I guess you got artifacts,
swing.
equipment, either vials.
Yeah, it's really just the other vials that you're slowing
Ping one
down.
here, and then I
If you're on the draw,
Okay, so pings, double blocks, Grave Titan. Make 2 zombies, pass the turn. Wasteland does nothing. Mono Black gets it. GG's. Yeah, Turok was not really done correctly there, but Steven gets it. That is the match. Well played, though. New poll going up for our chat. Which match next? Twitch chat votes. Options are: is it Otters versus Dark Depths? Otters versus Mono Black? Esper Tempo versus Dark Depths? Reanimator versus Rakdos, Aggro. 1 minute. Get your voted. Twitch chat voting in the chat. Which match we will watch next. Creature Sagas are coming. We mentioned that earlier. I really like these. This is a cool card. Is this card legacy playable? The first Dark Knight in Magic. DC. Otters versus Dark Depths up next. Roberts contributed 3,000 channel points. Thank you, Roberts. Let's do it. Diving in.
Hey, where's my notebook? Oh.
Round 1 by. Does that count as being on fire?
All right, on the left side of your screen, joining us once again is Herman on Izzet Otters. And on the right, Alec with Dark Depths. Merit Lage stuff going on. Looks like Herman is taking a mulligan. We're resolving that now.
Like fair blue crap. Like something happened to me in 2020.
And it broke your brain. You're like, what if I play the weird cards and I reset?
Keep in.
You're gonna play dinosaurs.
Okay. Mulligan resolved. Mr. Rainforest. Past the turn. We're underway.
I still don't even know how that card works, and I just remember it doing stuff.
Dark Depths. Still a mainstay in the Legacy format, I would say. Lush Portico Surveil to start us off. Looks like Alec leaves it on top. Otters, not a deck you sign up for Legacy events expecting to play against. But I tell our viewers all the time, some of them listen, some of them don't. Keep an eye on what Herman is playing. Herman quietly in the background, breaking every format as usual.
Podcast.
Yep. I'm just like, what the hell am I wearing?
And Alec experiencing what many of us at the locals have been experiencing over the last however much time. What the heck is Herman playing?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Only game actions I can take.
I have memories of probably 10 years ago getting crushed by Herman and FNM draft finals every week. So Jury Step gets played. There's a Yava Maya on Alec's side. So these fetches can tap for green, which is mildly interesting. There's a Volcanic Island. Herman's going to pass.
Crop ruts.
Crop rotation, sacking Sajiri Step. Herman's going to react. Cracking a Misty Rainforest, finds a basic island. Oh boy. Herman's Otters deck list is posted in our Discord server. Days. Gets paid for.
And again.
Another Days. Crop Rot sits in the trash. Sad. Double Days. Tempo. Was that Tempo? Is that what Tempo feels like, Chad? I think I just felt it. Knight of the Reliquary. No days for that. It's got one boost on it right now. Scalding Tarn cracked by Herman. Another basic island.
Pass turn, your upkeep. At least you didn't turn on Caracas.
Ponder.
Every game on your stream where I get Caracas every game. All 3 games. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. We also forgot guaranteed shut off Minskin.
Oh, yeah. I think at this point, I just feel like Tempo is a feeling that some of us have never felt before. All right, Chain Lightning takes out the Knight. It's gone. Tapping out 4 mana. Uh-oh.
I figured 15.
Zenith X is 3. It's going to resolve. Okay, Alec finds another Knight. It is also 3 power and toughness. Scalding Tarn cracked on end step for Herman. I think we're going to see a Surveil land here. Quick, what's the blue-red one called? All right, Volcanic Island. P. Lynch says, why is camera moving so much? So the cameras are sitting on top of a table, and the tables are not very sturdy. They're not like steel tables bolted to the floor, so they sway a little bit. And the camera moves a little bit. Here's a brainstorm.
Make a clue.
Okay, Misty Rainforest gets cracked by Herman here. Robert's saying I should buy the store better tables. You know, just a few more Twitch subs and YouTube members and members of our Patreon. I think we'll get a whole recording studio for 90s MTG and just do the whole thing with like a 20-person crew. Here's a brainstorm.
That's a wild card.
Yes.
We'll have like a whole bay of editors. It's going to be a whole thing.
It's just Mox Opal in your yard now.
Yeah. Because it's talking.
Murktide Regent. Streaming table poured concrete with rebar. Exactly. Exactly. That's the dream. 5/5 Murktide. Knight sticks around though. Double Thespian stage on Alex's side. Mox Diamond comes in, discards a Thespian stage. Knight grows.
Shit, I saw too many cards.
Just maybe shuffle and take the top one.
Shuffle and take top.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I always am scared of doing that whenever I
My
have
finger
a fixed
slips.
number of cards.
Are you sure I'm not supposed to put those back? I guess.
I saw that those were the top ones.
Okay, yeah. These were the top ones. I just slipped the last one. You fine with that?
Okay, floating a green. Sacking Thespian stage to the Knight. It is a forest thanks to Yavimaya. Here's Dark Depths.
I'm gonna be going for it right now.
I'm going to go for it right now, says Alec. Alec's not screwing around. There's no time to waste. Playing around Wasteland. Makes a Merit Ledge now. Herman accepts responsibility for the whole thing. Whose fault is it that Alec has a Merit Ledge? It's Herman's fault. Murktide can block, but probably can't if Knight has anything to say about it. Yeah, no sign of Lutri yet. Scalding Tarn gets cracked here by Herman. Yeah, thanks Obama for Merit Ledge. Everybody relax, it's just a meme. All right, Ponder. Herman trying to figure this out. Ponder Shuffle needs a way to beat Merit Ledge, it seems. If we can get rid of the Knight, maybe Murktide could jump. It only buys a turn, though. Sensing a little frustration from Herman here, which is rare. Unless I misheard. All right. Alex taking a turn. Swords on Murktide.
Turn, trigger.
This town ain't big enough. How's this here?
5.
This town ain't big enough. Targeting Murktide and targeting Merit Ledge.
If one gets fizzled, the other will still resolve, right?
I told you people, watch what Herman is playing.
Okay.
Okay, so the Knight sacrifices Lush Portico. There's a little bit of a stack assembled here. Okay. This town ain't big enough. Swords, Murktide is not really on the stack, but Swords is targeting it.
Yeah, optimistic that one day I'll draw a big dinosaur.
This town ain't big enough, trying to bounce Merit Ledge and bounce Murktide. Alec looking through the deck with the Knight. Sajiri Step is in the graveyard. Echoing Deeps could enter as a copy of it. Copying Sajiri Step. Another This Town Ain't Big Enough in response to the Sajiri Step's ability.
Timio?
Yes.
Right.
Yep. He's out of white flame. So game 5.
Okay, so a second Swords from Alec successfully removes the Murktide, but Marit was bounced. And one of the This Town Ain't Big Enough was countered completely, I guess.
Offspring.
Thundertrap Otter with Offspring.
Look at the top 4 cards of the library. Reveal mount creature. Automatic card. Turn to your hand. Press on. Offspring.
Thundertrap Trainer has an Offspring ability, which makes a copy of itself, but a 1/1.
Okay.
These Legacy players have never even heard of the Offspring mechanic. They have no idea what the heck is happening right now. This Town Ain't Big Enough is found.
Oh, okay. Oh, versus.
Another copy of it is in hand. So now the triggers for the Thundertrap will happen. Force of Will, not too bad.
Full of counter magic. And
The token's blue, right?
Yeah, they're both. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
Oh right, so both Thundertrap abilities resolved. For some reason, I thought there was another one pending, but This Town Ain't Big Enough and Force of Will are the cards in hand for Herman. Knight of the Reliquary remains on Alec's side. I believe there are 6 lands in the graveyard right now. Echoing Deeps is a copy of Sajiri Step. This town ain't big enough. Interesting. Prismatic Ending gets rid of an Otter. The Knight is... It looks like attacking.
Yeah. Off the cape.
It's an 8/8. Herman accepts 8 damage.
You sword my dragon.
Gone.
Alright, so an offspring of Thundertrap Trainer remains. We'll attack.
Bounce
Bounce Knight. Bounce the token. Offspring unfortunately goes away. Can't return a token to your hand. Force of Will and an unknown card in Herman's hand. Gonna try and counter the Knight on the way back down. I like that play. Windswept Heath gets cracked here. Is this a Flame of Anor deck? This is not a Flame of Anor deck. I don't know if it has enough wizards.
Right.
Did someone just cough in the background?
I almost didn't fight over it, but I didn't have the Emery in hand, and I was like,
We kick people out. If people cough, we just kick them right out. Just can't have that.
I almost was kicking.
Dryad Arbor is found. Herman seems stressed.
Otherwise, I would have been in trouble because you could just start swinging.
yeah, they're big.
Dryad Arbor attacks. Herman takes the damage. Knight of the Reliquary getting force pitching Murktide.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
We know that.
Go ahead.
All right, Alec accepts the situation. Herman living off the top of the deck. 6 lands in play.
I will.
Nine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Mox Diamond discards his Windswept Heath. Herman draws a card. Wasteland gets played. Could potentially prevent a Marit Lage later on. Nope, just gonna take out the Dryad Arbor. Protect the life total. Oh no! Ramen Up Excavator. Hardcast Force though.
like the flavor, I think it.
All right, Ramen Excavator is countered. That was going to be a big problem for Herman and had a force.
To play, I feel like I love the Otter. Yep.
Seek the Beast. Questing Druid is found. This town ain't big enough. Murktide. All right, Herman's rocking now.
Interesting. Cast the question
This
dude.
one, sure. I'm gonna keep. Just think about what to put back.
Herman casts the Questing Druid. Heads up play here. Knows his lands can produce green thanks to Yavimaya. Bounces a Mox Diamond. Ooh, I like this play. This is good. This is good. Soars the Questing Druid in response. All right, so prevents Herman from casting another Seek the Beast. Murktide will stay in exile.
That's pretty good.
Didn't work out. Sylvan Library off the top is pretty good for Alec. Ooh, players are just dropping bombs on each other here.
I'm gonna keep seeking.
All right, another Seek the Beast off the top. Brainstorm and Ponder found. Okay. Play the Questing Druid. I like it. I like it. Double cantrip available. Start off with Ponder.
And before anyone
Questing Druid gets its first counter.
1, 2, 3. I will keep these all
Fetch a
on top. Drop a ponder. And I'm going to cast Storm Chaser's Talent.
Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay. Okay.
Stratosphere. Pretty good.
Yeah, so this is basically.
Twitch chat saying Herman might be nervous. I promise you Herman is not nervous.
Yeah.
Herman has ice in his veins when he plays Magic. Sylvan Library. Gonna draw a bunch of cards. Questing Druid is a 3/3 now. There's a blue-red Prowess Otter. Created by Storm Chaser's Talent. Legacy players did not even know class cards exist. They have no idea what is going on. And you're at 18.
Sun Zenith. Sure.
Green Sun Zenith, not too bad. X is 3. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. It's going to be a pretty big night. Storm Chaser's Talent can level up here, return, what? Maybe, All right, leveling up the Storm Chaser's Talent. Returning this town ain't big enough.
This not big enough. I'll see you.
Bounce the Talent, bounce the Knight. Trigger the Prowess, trigger the Questing Druid.
Attack for 6.
6 power coming in. Alec will drop to 4. Storm Chaser's Talent in hand. Alec's taking a look at the top 3 cards. Can't pay 4 life this time. Level 3 of the Storm Chaser's Talent, which is a ways away now, but whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, make an Otter with Prowess. Haven't seen Herman pull that one off yet, but that seems pretty good. It's a lot of mana, though. 6 mana?
Carry the channel again.
Make a little guy.
Yeah, Storm Chaser's Talent plus this town ain't big enough is pretty sick.
I can set up the loop unless I draw 7 for him.
I told the people that tune into this channel, keep an eye on Herman's decks. They will not listen, and they will get crushed. Endurance. All right, gets rid of the graveyard. Elvish Reclaimer, the other play. So Alec has some defensive cards now.
The bottom half of my deck.
All right. Herman puts the bottom half of his deck on the bottom.
I guess these we'll just name. Yeah, we don't want to spread the money, but it's gonna be
Pretty convenient. Holding force.
Ooh, double bolt. That ends the game.
That game was crazy.
That game was crazy. That was a crazy game. I want to watch that one back. It's rare that I want to watch my own streams back, but that one I'll check out. Lush Portico, Cervelle. Misty Rainforest cracked by Herman. Kiviuk says good battle. I agree. Graph Digger's Cage comes in. All right. It shuts off Greens on Zenith.
Force, search force. Keep, drop, bubble.
I think it's just like
Library? Bubble you.
Force of Will, pitching, Brainstorm to counter Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library is quite powerful. I like forcing that. Mountain, Thundertrap Trainer.
Yeah, that's not even big enough.
So this town ain't big enough. Found by the Thundertrap Trainer. It's in hand now. Twitch chat surprised to see some standard cards.
Turn.
Swords the Trainer. Let's go.
Play a tap step. Got it.
So Jury Step comes in tap, pass the turn. All right, here's Storm Chaser's talent once again. It's level 1, makes a Otter.
Bubble you. Okay. Pass the turn. Yep.
People of the YouTube comments, people of the chat, which decks do you want to see on 90s MTG on future live streams? Are there any decks that I should be prioritizing? Now's your chance to let me know. Knight of the Reliquary comes in. And on end step, this town ain't big enough, trying to bounce the Storm Chaser's talent and bounce the Knight. So the Knight will go back to hand. Storm Chaser's talent as well. Harry would say Eldrazi, you're right. Okay, Ponder, that gets a prowess trigger on the Otter. Jed says anything unusual.
yeah, like for you,
Okay, Storm Chaser's talent. Trigger prowess, make another Otter. Herman only has one Otter token. Attack for 3.
It's a 5/5? Yeah. I'll take it. Go 14.
Podcast? Boggy?
Yep.
Bajuka Bog, okay, with the pending Storm Chaser's talent second chapter. That's not too bad. Or second level, I should say. Okay, Knight of the Reliquary, gonna try again. It's gonna resolve.
What does that do? Is it gonna ruin my day? Oh wow, so just destroy.
Herman fetches here. Knight of the Reliquary. Summoning sick right now, but This card is really powerful when it unlocks. Let's see if Herman has a way to beat it. There's only one land in the yard. On Alex's side.
I'm gonna waste the not big enough constitution.
Ooh, this town ain't big enough once again. Double prowess. Bounce Storm Chaser's talent. Bounce the knight. Replay the talent. Double prowess trigger. Make another Otter. Attack for 6, I believe. All right. Herman has 3 Otters. Storm Chaser's talent's back on the battlefield. There's a this town ain't big enough in the graveyard now, which Herman can retrieve with the second level of Storm Chaser's talent. This is getting interesting. Yeah, this poor knight can't stick around. There's Thespian stage.
I don't think it actually matters. Given the board state. Yeah,
Go.
he's back.
Yep.
Didn't know about that card. That's good to know about.
Okay, Alec almost getting a little bit frustrated here. Says he's back. Another reliquary. Let's try it again. Aware that lightning bolt could make no blocks tricky here.
That was game 3.
Especially with a bolt and then Storm Chaser's talent leveling up. We'll see how this plays out.
So one of these two.
Brainstorm, triple prowess, 3 Otters, 3 prowess triggers. Looks like Herman found a lightning bolt.
I don't think it would have changed anything. Yeah.
Right now, it's 3-3.
I assume you would have hit the pitting needle.
The knight is currently a 3/3. It is still summoning sick.
Yeah, I think in the moment I said like I'll just target all this.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Sorry about that.
Target that.
Chain lightning, 2 prowess triggers now on the 3 Otters. The knight is going to die.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Combat.
Yep.
This is a swing for 9.
I've never seen that card play before. That is
I think it's one of them. This matchup is.
Okay, one of them is getting swords. Herman's having to think here. Herman's holding a lightning bolt.
that many people play that card, but I feel like if my deck was ever doing good,
Game 3.
it would be.
Alec drops to 4. Oh, why not? Hold up. Why not fire off the lightning bolt? All right, maybe being extra careful here. Passes the turn. Holding this town ain't big enough. And, okay, another knight. And a lightning bolt.
And when I milled over it with Emery, I was just so sad. I was like, I brought you in for one reason, and there's no way.
Yeah, bolt plus prowess could have won the game, but this town ain't big enough. Bounce the Storm Chaser's talent, bounce the knight. Maybe Herman just playing it super safe here. Handshake. And the Otters, everybody. The Otters. Where they tested for 1v1. Wow. Wow. Wizards screwed up again. They made some Otter cards, and they're broken. They're broken. Wow. Amazing. All right, let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Which match next? Your options will be Reanimator versus Rakdos, Otters versus Mono Black, or Esper versus Dark Depths. One minute. Get your vote in. Discord up on your screen. Join the Discord. Less than a minute on the poll. Let's see. What do I want here? All right, I voted. People are spending some channel points on this one. Herman should ask Otter even to see who plays first. Yeah, I agree. Otter even. There's a lot of Otter stuff going on. All right, Reanimator versus Rakdos selected by the chat. Voodoo contributed 600 channel points. Let's do it. Diming in.
And Ralph is hot. Yeah. Well, no. Caliente for caldo. I didn't even know caldo was a word in the chat. I mean, Spanish by itself.
All right. What?
And there are many things similar that means completely different.
Yes. I learned that because I'll say something and they're like, "What are you? What? Ew, that's gross." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Mario on the left with Rakdos, and on the right, Reanimator. That would be Greg. Greg on Reanimator is. You don't have turn 1 now, Spellbomb. Ouch. Okay. Coming in hot.
It's a Romance language that's spoken like it's like Russian or Germanic. Like it's very harsh. There's no like Italian, Spanish, French is all legato, right? You know, no, they're
Yeah, coming in super hot with the Spellbomb. Greg's personally offended, I think.
It was easy for me.
How dare you? Discards a Bowmaster to hand size. It goes into the trash. No land drop. Interesting. Castle Lochwain, Nethergoyf. Ooh, we're getting crazy.
So your guy, okay.
This one's 6.
Attempt to reanimate. Target Bowmasters.
Yeah, you go.
Sure.
Okay, reanimating Bowmaster. Bowmaster is in.
So does the reanimate go into the graveyard when it finishes? So the creature's on the board before the reanimator in the before the reanimate's in the graveyard, right?
Correct.
Okay, so then I'll ping him. It'll die, and then the reanimator will go in the graveyard, right?
Well, I have a land in the graveyard. You don't want to ping this.
Oh, it's a 1/2.
Yeah, it is a 1/2.
So now it's like so it's still a 2/3, right?
It is only my graveyard.
Yeah, it's not old school Goy.
Okay.
If it was old school
So
Goy,
it's
that'd be
just a
broken.
1/2.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. 18. Yes. Cool. You have that. Go ahead.
Okay, so it took us a while, but we figured out how it all works. Nethergoyf only counts Mario's graveyard. Fatal Push takes out the Bowmaster. Wasteland. Mishra's Bauble takes a look at the top of Greg's deck.
3.
Sure. 17.
Yes.
Big boy. All right.
Barrogoyf. All right. Mario not messing around. That one checks both graveyards.
One card, right?
Okay, 2 cards.
We goifin. Light Confidence says that I miss Roland. Yeah, we had Roland playing earlier on stream. Hit the join button on YouTube. Watch all of our latest games before they drop. Unmask, target myself, pitch Dance to the Dead, Gristlebrand into the graveyard. Uh-oh.
So your hand is sorry. Dance.
Dance animation garbage. Okay. I'll just keep it up. Go ahead.
Okay, the now Spellbomb gets popped. Gristlebrand is in exile, along with everything else that was in there. Greg holding Dance to the Dead, Dark Ritual, and Animate Dead. Here's an attack from Barrogoyf and Nethergoyf. Looks like Orc Army is prepared to chump. And it chumps to Barrogoyf.
That's another one.
Another Barrogoyf.
Go ahead.
Surveil.
Undercity Sewer Surveil. Uh-oh. All right, Marsh Flats into the graveyard. This is going to be a hard hit.
Myself.
End of turn. I will cycle this troll.
I don't even know what I could possibly get.
Sorry about that, folks. I didn't even realize there wasn't a phone for life totals. I believe Greg's at 13.
Surveil.
Marcus Theater, Surveil. Dumps of Marsh Flats into the graveyard. Big attack coming in.
Attack for 10.
Four.
Two triggers for 4. One.
Okay, Greg was apparently at 14. Took 10, drops to 4. Trigger number 1 for Baragoyf.
Another trigger for 4.
Bowmaster.
2, 3. Wait, what is this one here for? Delphi?
Is just a
Oh, where's the tower? No, let's get rid of that.
Okay. Taking game 1 is Mario.
He has 25 permanents.
Turn 1 Nile Spellbomb was pretty tough. That's just mean.
And if you want to make a spawn,
I will Cabal Therapy target you.
Sure, what do you name?
I'll name Nethergoyf, the one drop. And Nethergoyf.
Okay, Nethergoyf is a hit. The hand has Nile Spellbomb once again. Inquisition of Kozilek, Bowmaster, Stalactite Stalker.
on top.
Nile Spellbomb comes in again.
I just want to cast this.
Bowmaster.
Using it for 2, make 2 spawn.
19, ping you. I'll sack this. Cabal Therapy you. I'll name Bowmasters. You show me the other cards.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Land, you got, what is this?
It's just Inquisition of Kozilek.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Did you want to change your mind?
No.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, Bowmaster is selected by the flashback of a Cabal Therapy. Bowmaster is gone. Verdant Catacombs gets correct. Inquisition of Kozilek is cast. Doomsday Brainstorm.
Interesting. Probably Doomsday.
Sure. Doomsday is selected, goes into the trash. Stalactite Stalker comes in.
Draw. Brainstorm.
Sure. Now I know nothing.
Brainstorm happening here for Greg. Now Spellbomb sitting on the battlefield. Stalactite Stalker is a 2/2.
Sorry. In my hand. I was like, where did I get this extra?
Greg trying to figure this out. Doomsday. Cycling Street Wraith.
Draw. Play land, return Sigil.
Wasteland, you're under.
15.
That's a trigger.
Yep.
Okay, Stalactite Stalker descends on end step. Has 3 power now. Here's another Brainstorm for Greg.
I think the thing you're gonna have trouble with.
I know, like. And also, I play Jank, so I don't want someone like going in with like goals and aspirations. You know what I mean?
Everyone team knows it's coming.
Yeah, like.
This is what you get. I will attempt to reanimate your Bowmaster.
Alright, reanimate on Bowmaster. In Mario's graveyard. Alright, so now Spellbomb's gonna pop and exile Mario's graveyard. I guess is what's happening.
I won't draw.
You got an Entomb.
Entomb, taken out of hand by a Thoughtseize.
16.
16, yep. Attack for 1, 2, 3.
12.
Sorry, 3, 4.
11.
Go.
Attacked by the Stalker, attacked by the Nethergoyf. Greg drops to 11. Passes the turn back.
Pour again.
Ghost Vacuum.
Yeah, go to 7. Go. Jump. 3. I take 1, right?
Just one. No, this is Menace.
You got it.
All right, so Greg scoops it up. Mario takes the match 2-0. GG's. Those spell bombs were quite disruptive, I would say. Quite disruptive. Wow. Maybe Twitch chat is right. Maybe spell bomb should be on the watch list. You know what? I'm gonna write a Reddit post about this, and all of you are gonna upvote it, and maybe it'll go viral, and we'll get the change that we want in the world. After all. Wow. Wow. That sounds exciting, actually. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Nobody cares. Okay, stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points for sticking around. Keep an eye on the Discord if you're curious when we will next be live streaming. And I will see everybody soon. Peace out.